Hello, my name is Terrell Jones, founder of winningcollege.com and the author of The Fastest Way to Win in College, where I help train transitioning high school and college students in the areas of psychology, academics, social savviness, and in career development so that students get into the career that they love after they graduate. I'm so glad you decided to join me in video 3 of this series. This is the last video, and today I'm going to be training you on noticing the warning signs that your students may be showing and being able to help them be productive in the process. First and foremost, before I jump in, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been sharing the videos, who's been really getting the word out, commenting, subscribing, and really helping turn this into a movement, because students need this right now. It's sad, half of the students are dropping out, and we really need to step up, as parents, as community leaders, as professors, and help students get through the process. Especially if you made it through, you know how gruesome it can be. So students really need that help right now. So if you're helping your child or you're helping someone else's child, we all need the help, but we all need to build a community of people just lifting each other up, right? So that's the whole reason why I decided to do what I do and help and give back to students, because what's college for, right? It's to help get the skills and the necessary knowledge in order to get through the college process, right? Get some good grades, right? That's what students want. They want to be able to have fun during the process, be able to get the experience that they need, so when they graduate, they're not one of the students that's saying, oh, nobody's hiring, because how am I going to get experience if nobody's hiring? You don't want them to be that, right? So they got to get the experience, be able to meet people, enjoy, and really have fun, enjoy the process, graduate, and also get into the career that they love and make money. So I don't think too many people will really argue with really having that as a holistic college experience. And depending on what they do, what their major is, they're going to be able to make an impact if they want to be a servant as well. So that's really what the whole premise of The Fastest Way to Win in College book is about, which if I can find it, oh, here we go. That's what the whole book is about. The Fastest Way to Win in College. And it's just a comprehensive guide, and I'll get into that later in the video. But right now, I just want to show you some ways on how you can notice the warning signs and be productive, because I've been the one that has messed everything up when it comes to college. I've definitely learned the hard way. I didn't really have any mentors or people that was older than me that could have guided me through the way. I got into college because of a cousin who inspired me to get in, but he was kind of doing his own thing, trying to figure it out himself. So I really had to try to weave through the forest to see where the opportunities lie, where the water is, where the food is, how to make a fire, right? If we're going to use that analogy, I had to figure all of that stuff out. So right now, I just want to make it easy and just kind of give you the blueprint so you can be able to help your child within this process. So how do you know if your child is messing up? First of all, we all mess up, right? And it comes to a point where if there's a difference between, just messing up and you may be forgetting to go to class, or you might forget an assignment, or you might fail a class or get a bad grade. Things happen. You can't necessarily say that they're on a bad track or on a bad path, or they got off course because of that. But if it's consistent, then that's another thing. They're consistently getting bad grades, or consistently skipping, or consistently, if we're talking about all aspects, consistently not talking to students, or being social, or consistently failing the class. There's something that they're doing that's getting that result, that's yielding that. So first and foremost, that is how you notice the trend. First, you're going to talk to your child, see what's going on, see how they're doing in their classes, how they're interacting with the other students, because ultimately you're going to be talking to them hopefully on a regular basis, so you could also be that support group for them. Once you notice those things and they're constantly going through the same cycle, then you can say, all right, maybe they're heading down a certain path. How can I be an assistance and a help to my child in order to put them back on the correct path and get them to start going to class or getting good grades or interacting and being social. So that's what we're going to talk. That's what we're going to talk about today. All right. So what I have today is this is my triangle of quick wins. Basically, these are 3 things that you can implement immediately and help talk to with your child and work through with them in order to get them back on the right track to being successful. Right. So the first one we have, in order to really get back on the right path, if you see a child falling off, maybe academically, this may be the reason, because they're not really interacting and utilizing their professor to their fullest ability. The reason this can be one of a major reason, because it was a major reason for me. I had some professors that I really got along with, so it was easy for me to kind of talk to them after class and raise my hand. And there was other professors that just came off wrong to me, or some other professors that had like an accent and I really couldn't understand them, so it kind of shied me away from talking to them. Well, if your student wants to pass, they want to do good, one of the things they're going to have to do is really get that bond or relationship with the teacher. First, the teacher's going to have to know their name. They're going to have to, and these are things you want to encourage them to do, that they're raising their hand in class. If they have any questions, talk to the professor either before class or after class. Go to the office hours, and as your child starts getting that relationship with the teacher, with the professor, then you're going to start noticing different changes. The professors, they're going to start understanding more, and they're going to start knowing when things are, knowing when tests are coming up, and knowing how to answer certain questions and operate with a certain professor. So they should be doing that with every professor. So that's one. The second thing to help your child get a quick win is making sure that they are prepared for class. And excuse my penmanship, but that says prepared. So they have to make sure that they're prepared for the classes that they're about to go to. So that means before they go there, hope they're not going to miss tests. If they're preparing for the test, right? If you're studying for it, I hope you wouldn't miss it. Projects, quizzes, homework, exams, anything that's coming up, make sure that they're prepared for that. Okay, they got the syllabus. What do we have to look forward to for the semester? That's the map, right? So making sure that they prepare for those certain type of things, preparing for even things such as group work or group activities. And the more that they can prepare, that's going to save a lot of time when it comes to execution. They're not going to, I've been there, and it sucks, especially as a student who wants to actually pass. I get to class and then realize, oh, we had a test today. Oh, there's homework due today. And I'm trying to copy off somebody else's paper. And that hurt me in the long run. I've gotten caught before. I failed exams before, trying to figure out stuff last minute, or trying to cheat, or trying to cheat on and handing somebody the exact copy of somebody else's homework. That's not the place they want to be. But if you're not preparing for that, you can find yourself in a situation where that'll happen. So this is something that students must take seriously. You gotta help them with that, because they need help with that more than ever. Right. So then the last part of just helping them get some quick wins is, it's just to network. It's great to be able to network with other students. If one of the things that I learned, I wish I learned it earlier, but at every class, I made sure that I at least got 2 people's phone number. Each class got 2 people's phone number, just in case I missed the homework, I missed the assignment, I didn't go to class, I came late and I missed something. It would be able to, I had students to be able to tell me that what was going on. So it was just a blessing and a great thing to be able to have that opportunity there to help me in, just in case I was missing anything. Even as far as me getting jobs, employment, just finding out about different things, activities that's going on campus, I was able to just get ahead and just know a little bit more about having that networking, not even just with students, with faculty, with staff, knowing, one of the I can't remember his title, but there was a gentleman and on campus, and basically, you know, he was staff, but one of his jobs was community outreach and reach out to certain businesses. I was able to talk with him, and he was able to tell me the different businesses that was coming up, the career fairs that was coming up, which businesses was coming on, you know, was coming on campus. If I had any suggestions or certain type of businesses that I want to come on campus or come to the career fair, he would do it. That is the whole purpose of being able to get ahead, is definitely this networking portion here. So these are 3 things that you can help your child get some quick wins on, and they can be successful, right? So now we have, you know what you need to do. You know how to, you notice the warning signs, and you know and you know how to help them be more productive. So next, what we're going to jump into is the fastest way to win in college. All right, so this book, as I said, this is a comprehensive guide on how to be successful in college, from before you get to college, you know, what to do when you're trying to choose a college, financial aid, everything up until all the way through dealing with professors, other students, socially, academic stuff, internships, everything you need to know all the way up until graduation and getting into your career. So this is a book that they're constantly going to be referring back to in order to, when they're going through any kind of situation that they can be presented with in college. All right, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what you're going to get within the fastest way to win in college, and what your child is going to learn as well. So hopefully, maybe you might want to get, I'll tell you how to get access to it, but maybe you might want to get 2, one for your child and then one for yourself as well, so both of you could kind of go through it and learn at the same time, and be able to grow. So in the first chapter, in chapter 1, you're going to learn on how to prepare for college. And this is, as I said, this is going to be more of how do you, when before they get to campus, what do they need to know? First of all, what college they're going to choose? What are they thinking about as far as their major? Once they really get to campus, how are they going to manage their emotions? You know, a lot of students feel timid. I definitely felt timid. I was afraid people was judging me and different things of that nature. But how do they really manage their emotions? How do they handle their finances as soon as they get there? You know, how to stay on track. What are their goals? Why are they even in college? A lot of students go just because their parents want them to go. They're not even necessarily motivated to go to college. So knowing what their goals and ambitions are for that. So that's what you're really going to get in chapter 1. There's really, I'm not going to go over every single title that's under each one, but I'll try to just hit the major ones so you can kind of just get a gist, the idea of some of the things that's being training and strategies that's in the book that you're going to get. All right, and then chapter 2 is the best advice. Chapter 2 is the best advice. So what are the best things that your child is going to need to know as soon as they step foot on campus? All right, I'm here. What do I need to know? All right, and that's really everything from talking to your roommate to, all right, moving in, to just common sense stuff, to choosing friends. We talked about that in a previous video. Birds of a feather flock together. Perfect time to choose the type of friends that you're gonna have. You know, like I said, roommates, settling in, things of that nature. So really, you just thinking about it from that first day, probably that first week, the things that your child needs to be doing. Then chapter 3, we're talking about finances. What are the ways to take charge of your finances? Not necessarily saving money, but more along the lines of loans, more along the lines of financial aid, financial planning, things of that nature. And at the end of each chapter, there's a case study, because I really wanted to bring this home so you could get some real live examples of how other students work through the situation. So in each chapter, you're going to see a case study and see how all these strategies play into effect. All right, and then 4, we're talking about the excuse my spelling. All right, So 4 is the academic advantage. Everything that you need to know around academics, study tactics, study techniques, how do you select courses, being a beast in the classroom. What do you need to know about, that, exams, quizzes, online courses, if you have a disability, everything you need to know around the academic portion of college is you're going to need to know. This is the exact section that they're going to be looking at, and that you're going to help them look at, working with advisors, all that good stuff. All right. And then also I have a case study in here from a student that I did an interview of, 4.0 GPA, top student, and he gives his raw, uncut strategies on how he became a 4.0 student, but still had fun in the process, which I'm sure many students want to have. All right. And then chapter 5, we have amazing social life. So chapter 5 is making your social life amazing. Everything that's dealing with fraternities, sororities, joining organizations, activities on campus, joining any kind of teams on campus, basketball team, swim team, track, any kind of teams, to partying. How do you really manage that? Still be a student, be able to enjoy and enjoy that experience as well, more around the social fun aspect and more engaging stuff that's on campus. So that's what you're going to get in 5. In 6, you're going to get on/off campus. So that's really the on/off campus life. This is where we really going to talk about, dealing with your roommate, and really talk about some of the living habits on how to coexist with somebody else. What are some of the eating habits that your child has to be able to sustain, and some of the safety concerns with being on and off campus as well. We definitely want to make sure that you go over that with them as well, because that's very serious, especially some of the things that's happening nowadays. You send your child off to college, you never think anything is going to happen to them. He's going there to get an education, but some crazy things happen nowadays. All right. And then 7 is, I'm just gonna put heading. This is what we talked about basically early in this video, saying how you know if your child is heading in the right direction or not. So we already covered that, so I'm not going to go over it, but that's the same thing if they're not prepared and that type of thing. All right. And then chapter 8. All right. I'm just going to put winning, because setting yourself up to win, that's basically what this is. Really one of my favorite chapters, because it has to deal with modeling other students, anything that they need to know. If they want to be successful, if they see another student that's popular and they really want to have that type of attention, popularity, what is that student doing that's helping them be popular? If they see another student that's getting 3.5, 4.0 GPA, what are they really doing to succeed and get that A in that class? So everything from how to find, helping you find a study buddy that's really going to help you, motivate you, to making your professors know you, to influence friends to come to class, to everything you need to know, saving money. This is really what we're going to talk about: making money, saving money, managing time. We're really going to get into everything that's going to help propel them forward in a better direction. So that's that. And then in chapter 9, we have, I'm just going to put PT, that's part-time, which is part-time students. SP, that's student parents, so students that have that has children in college, and then also parents, which could be you, a parent, your child, is in college. So this is really for you and kind of for those students, kind of like a catch-all of the other type of students that may be going through something, or other type of parents that really just need that additional assistance. So this is just a chapter just for you to be able to help you succeed and help your child in college, or if you're in college, you're doing part-time and working, this also be able to help you with that as well. So you're going to learn the difference between part-time and full-time, knowing, prioritizing, finding a balance between school, work, and things of that nature. Then in the final chapter, this is, I'm going to put life before and after grad. So life before and after graduation. So what do your child need to know practically? What are practical things they need to be doing? They need to know right now in order to get into the career that they want to get into. All right. Well, how do they have to plan their finances before they get out and step out into the real world? They have to have their emotions, their mind right. How are they gonna be able to prepare for that? So it's really just preparing for life, preparing for their career. All right. Do they have experience internships? Do they have things, their resume straight? So this is everything about preparing and getting themselves mentally ready in order to graduate and step into the real world. So that's really what you're going to get out of the fastest way to win in college. And what I decided to do today is also give you a bonus just for being here. You can't get this on Barnes & Noble. You can't get this on Amazon, but I'm giving a bonus today. It's a $99 bonus, which you're going to get just because you stay to the end of this video and you really understand what's going on, and you're going to make this investment for yourself and for your child. You're going to get a bonus audio. It's about 54 minutes. Bonus audio of some of the top strategies that some of the top students and some of the world's top thought leaders use in order to excel in college and in the real world. You're going to get that. All right. And you're also going to get the the assessment guide. It's a one-page assessment guide, but it's basically on assessing, all right, what kind of goals do they want to have? What kind of goals do they have for the semester? What kind of goals do they have for the year? All right, and each day, we breaking it down to days on what they're going to do each day to kind of move the needle forward in order to succeed and accomplish their goals for the semester. So it could be straight A's, it could be A's and B's. It could be anything from, I don't care what it is, from sports to classes to something social, organizational, whatever. That God is going to specifically have them write it down, and each and every day have them work towards it. So that's the bonus that I'm gonna give you today. Also for the book, really, when I first decided to create the book, I wasn't even going to make it regular book prices. I was actually going to charge a couple $100s for it, because this book literally can save you from dropping classes, or save your child from dropping out of school, dropping classes. Which, if you're looking at a college class normal price, you probably looking at about $1,000 easy for one class. So it was easily for me to justify charging it for a couple $100s, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted to make it accessible for everybody. And I wanted to make it so it's just a no-brainer. The things that they're gonna learn in there is so simple. It's so easy to do. There's no rocket science things here, but it's things that really keep you, keep them going and keep them motivated. And as they see that they're getting wins, they're gonna build the habits towards a positive, towards a positive college experience and a fun positive college experience as well. So that's the reason why I decided to say, you know what, I'm not going to charge, $300 for it. It's going to be $19.99, and I know it's going to be a no-brainer for, for the parents and for the students that knows the benefit and know it's smart, so although I made it accessible for everybody, it's not for everybody, because unfortunately, and hopefully you're not that type of parent, but there's some parents that say, hey, you know what, I don't want to have, an influence on my child going to college. That might mess up their college experience or whatever the case is. That's you. That's more power to you. But statistics prove that is half of college students are not making it through college. So that's already an odd that's against them. And for you to for your child in order for them to be successful through the college process, is they're going to need some specific ideas. This is basically your child falls into one or two categories. Either they kind of floating through the wind, just going through the motions, and they kind of guessing through college and don't really know, where a lot of students fall prey to failing and dropping out. So they kind of guessing, or they have some specific strategies or specific ideas around succeeding in college and getting an internship and experience and passing courses and getting their career. So where do you want to fall in between? Where do you want your child to fall in between? You want to put them, especially investing thousands of dollars, you want to put them on the side where they're going to have the best chance to succeed. So that's exactly what the book does. So go out, get the book, The Fastest Way to Win in College. I'm gonna stop blabbing. But if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, definitely make sure that you comment below. I would be more than happy to answer your questions or anything that you have that you feel like I didn't answer in this video, and I just want to say, let's create a community of people that's lifting each other up. Let's be servants to each other. Let's encourage our children not only to make it through college, but to be able to give back and help bring up others throughout college too. Like, I got my bachelor's, I got my master's already, but it's important to me to be able to help other students get through the process, because businesses have a ton of resources out there and people helping them get through. If you want to start a business, boot camp, whatever, they got a ton of people helping. But for college, it just doesn't seem like that resources is ready available. So let's create a community of people that's impacting, giving back. Let's start a movement of students and of parents, of community leaders, professors, mentors, and let's help lift our college students up and do something great. All right. And at that point in time, we can all be smiling. And when you're talking to other parents and you're seeing that your student is doing good through college and they're enjoying the process and they're about to graduate and go on to law school, go on to be a doctor or whatever they want to be, it'll be a beautiful thing that you can smile and say that you helped in that process and that your child enjoyed the process as well. Right. So I'm done. But definitely go on and make sure that you click below, that you do your order. You create your order, get as many books as you feel like you need for you, your child, and for anyone else. All right, so I'm done. And like I said, if you have any questions, put it below. All right. Until next time, I want you to remember that college education is only the first step, but self-knowledge is the entire staircase. Till next time.